Castle and Cage, pre-show scuttlebutt.
But what you got going on there?
It's fresh mint.
You grow them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Can you eat them?
Yeah.
Eat one. No, don't do it.
It's just a leaf, man. There you go.
Yeah.
It's actually good.
Okay.
It's chewable, like almost like gum.
Really?
Yeah.
I get some on the way out from the back of the studio.
Hold on, we're doing that.
You doing it now?
I got some in a bowl.
Okay, let's do it. This is crazy. Reflection time with Cage. So I'm in the studio by myself. As I reflect on 2020, let's see, January, February, March. It's now April. We're entering into the 4th month of the Rona. And this is possibly how it could be. This is possibly how the show could be. If my buddy Castle doesn't survive, or if everybody gets wiped out, it could just be the Cage show. And this is what it's going to be. Me and that one listener out there. So, oh, he's back. We'll stop. Oh my gosh. I just went all in. That's different. Yeah.
I'm sure it's better when it's soaked with lime juice and bourbon.
Can you buy this in the store and grow it?
Yeah.
Is it like a vine?
Oh, yeah. If I give you one and you put it in the ground, there'll be 30 by the end of the summer. It'll grow anywhere.
I'll probably find out I'm allergic here in 30 minutes.
No.
That's pretty good. Tastes like mint. It actually
We've had it in the backyard. We put it in the backyard by the air conditioner, so when the air conditioner spins,
yeah,
aromatherapy.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. One leaf, that's all you need. And
I'll give you a couple branches of it. Just bury them. It doesn't even matter where. It'll grow.
Hundreds
and millions.
Put it in my neighbor's yard.
0 Foxtrot Golf, FM, Police Fraud Radio.
Castle and Cage.
Handwritten notes.
Units, Castle and Cage, report for duty.
Cage, back in the building.
Castle, on patrol.
Woo! That's what he's saying. Man, it's been a long time.
Here's one of the best things I saw. Actually, we have a lot to talk about because if you go back all the way to 3 weeks ago, I remember one of the first things I did was call you and said, hey, man, listen, this thing is for real. Mm-hmm. What I want you to do is start taking pictures of driver's license and registration cards instead of handling people's stuff.
And I laughed at you. I thought you were stupid.
Laughed at me? Yep. Do you remember that day? I told you that. You laughed. You gave a And do you remember what happened the next day?
Or you took a picture?
No.
Oh, yeah. I stopped them. Yeah, I decided to make a traffic stop like a dummy. Next thing I know, I'm holding their license. And then I'm thinking about you.
Did you rub your thumb and index finger, middle finger all on the front and back?
It was just a full palm grip. It was like, give me that. Walking back to the car.
Corona's just running down your hands.
And as I'm walking back to my car, I'm like, oh, no. He told me not to do this, and I'm doing this. And then he just walked back up there. Slow down. Yeah, you got me. Of course, this guy, he was an important member of...
Oh, yes. Yeah, get into... Tell me about that, guy. I forgot about this.
Yeah, he had a very important Corona meeting to attend. And I'm like, what do you got, the cure or something? Then he's like, no, we're just having a meeting about it at work. That was when everybody could go to work. Yeah. And he was like, I got to be there. And I'm like, well, what are you, leading the meeting? Oh, no, I'm just late. So that was when people just didn't take it serious. They were like, whatever.
But he was trying to use his excuse to get out of the citations.
And me, I used the excuse to get out of it because I didn't want it. So we were both like, we were both pushing it off on each other. I don't want to be here. He didn't want to be here.
He's like, oh, crap. And you're like, ew.
Yeah. Oh, man. So, dude, now it's like you ride around and people are just looking at you like you're going to tell them to go home. And you're looking at them like, no, don't look at me. I don't want to stop you. I don't want anything to do with you. Just get away from me.
But one of the funny things after that I saw.
Yeah, I noticed that.
I was driving down one of the boulevards. And I pulled up to a red light. I was in the left lane, looked to the car, stopped next to me to my right. And I saw an older woman with a mask on. And I saw some smoke in the vehicle. The windows were rolled up. Right? I'm thinking, hold on, what's going on here? Now, she's in the car by herself, mind you.
Yeah.
So she has a mask on, and I just see smoke, like a dad out back grilling in the summertime.
Yeah, that
There's
type
just
of
that
smoke.
whoosh. So she removes the mask, pulls it down, like under her chin, because the loops are over the ears, and up comes what? A big old cancer stick right into the mouth.
Yep, exactly.
Long drag, deep breath. There's a big trumpet, an exhale of smoke.
Nicotine and tar, folks. Unfiltered.
Straight out of her mouth. After the exhale, please try to guess what happens
She
next.
puts the mask back on.
Get damn right she does.
You gotta be safe, man.
Listen, she and Dr. Fauci, they need to be on stage together.
Exactly.
Her smoking and Dr. Fauci telling you how to survive.
And you know what? You ever notice when he talks, he grips the podium on both sides?
He's
Okay.
so he does the thing with the hands. He's an animated doctor character.
So he has to hold on to the podium?
He just fits that typical animated doctor role.
Okay. Most of mine are black. But anyway, what they need to do is just have like hand sanitizer on the podium. So every time somebody comes over there.
Whoa. I said he fits the typical doctor role. I didn't say he was your doctor. Oh my God.
I was hoping you would just like go past it. Like your face said, wait a minute, what just happened? Who was that? Back up. Beep, beep, beep.
Oh my God.
Hey man, can I get a break? I'd like to see that guy today. How he's doing.
Who's that?
Your Jamaican guy.
Oh my God. Whoa. I didn't even think about that. Wow.
Like, how are you today, sir? We need to check on David Charles too.
The bottom line is, look, I'm a peaceful person.
Oh my. Between that guy's bladder and just David Charles OODA looping, who knows?
Dude.
Units Castle and Cage. Proceed with handwritten notes.
Yeah, we a couple of the guys, we made a joke one time. You remember the trunk monkey commercials?
Not at all.
I can't remember. It was like, I think it was an insurance company, and it was like a trunk monkey. They pop the trunk, the monkey would go up there and like bop people over the head, and then he'd come back and get back in the trunk.
Okay, so you don't know what a butt fumble is, and I don't know what the trunk monkey is.
Right.
We're even.
So if you're listening, just
We're even.
yeah, just look up the trunk monkey commercial. But we were talking about, man, can you imagine if we really had those? And like, especially in the summertime, if it's really hot.
Trunk monkey?
A trunk monkey, like, or, have them train them to sit in the back seat, whatever, or up in the front seat. It's like, hey, monkey, go up there and give this guy his ticket because it's too hot to get out the car.
Oh, my. Yeah, talking about monkeys, Miss Licious sent me a news article earlier. Not a trunk monkey, but did you happen to read that article?
Did you send it to me? Oh, yeah, you did send it to me. Did I read it?
Did you read it?
No.
I'm going to have to give credit here to, gosh, what is this? Anomaline.com.
Yeah, see,
wow.
That's the government.
Okay,
That's how the
well,
government
hold on.
is.
No, that's Miss Licious. You have no idea the corners of the internet that Miss Licious finds. So if you can scroll on your text machine there, it's Anomaline, like Anomalian. That's I think it's probably Anomalian.com. The title of this is Remains of a Creepy Creature Found Near the Island Where Laboratory Monkeys Live. Off the coast of South Carolina is a so-called monkey island. Okay, scientists from the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Disease previously conducted experiments on these former laboratory monkeys.
Hilton Head.
The virus.
Wow. Oh, my. Well, some skeleton of some type washed up on the beach, and somebody took a picture of it. It went viral on social media. But this island is apparently like about 100 miles off the coast of South Carolina. And so at one point they were doing experiments on monkeys out there, and I guess you're not allowed on this island. It's restricted somehow that nobody has access to it.
Right.
But yeah, who'd have thought in the Atlantic Ocean there's an island full of experimental monkeys floating around out there. Quarantine. Man.
Exactly. Have you seen the goat with the human face?
Oh my God.
Multiple reports of fraud.
Dude, that's like a thing. I don't know. It just happened. Like I seen it on YouTube, on the YouTubes today.
They're changing up the genomes.
Yeah, I guess.
The chromosomes.
Some lonely farmer was just. I saw it on Saturday Night Live.
Oh my God.
There's a lonely farmer out there somewhere who's trying to claim that goat. So whenever you get a chance, just look up goat with the human face. It was on Saturday Night Live.
I don't know where to go with that.
Yeah, I know. It's just, hey, we can end the show right there.
No.
Oh, there's our pizza.
We are. Oh my God.
Follow-up investigation.
We have discovered through the text machine after episode 16 released. I got a text on my text machine.
You said it and looked at me like I'm gonna go. Yeah, episode 16, the one with the I don't know.
I'm trying to formulate my sentences. I'm struggling.
Okay. I got you.
But I received a text message and it says, yes, I remember Cage's spare car. Mm-hmm. Exchange went something like, as episode 16 released about the car crashes.
Wait a minute. We got that many episodes?
Yes, this will probably be maybe 20.
Where have I been? When did I show up? What episode?
Number 1, darn knucklehead.
When did I get here?
After episode 16 released, I got a text on my text machine from a listener who witnessed you while the spare car, I guess, was actually still intact.
No, it was the spare after the spare. When they gave me a spare car, after I totaled the spare car, nicknamed the Queen, they had to go back to the back of the junkyard to find this one.
Wow.
And they were like, here, since you took the last spare car out of commission, that was pretty decent, you're going to get this one. That was kind of like my punishment.
The listener.
The professor.
The professor.
That's right.
The professor is a
Don't worry, Castle. I'm here.
He's a local crime scene tactician.
Okay.
So usually if we have some kind of investigative thing that needs to be done, if we have a fatality or something really big that happened, he comes out and kind of does all the photographs, crime scene stuff for us.
He's our photographer.
He comes equipped with a pair of focal lenses like you and I now use. And he's also equipped with scientist's cognitions.
That's right.
Yeah, armed with a camera.
The professor.
And a pen.
And a pen. And a notepad with questions on it. No, he's a great guy. We appreciate you, Professor. Whenever we need you, you're Johnny on the spot.
Yes, sir.
45 minutes.
Do you remember the encounter that he texted me about?
Yes, I do. That's actually how we met.
Was that the first time you met the professor?
The first time I ever met the professor. I've seen him around, and I was like, who's that guy? But anyway, that night, one of our local drunk drivers had just wrecked. Anyway, I was called to assist. It had been raining, kind of like, the last couple of weeks. It was
the last 2 months.
Last 2 months, just water everywhere. Remind me about the Farmer's Almanac. Also, I'm gonna go back to that.
Very good.
So I show up in the spare, in the Queen's Victoria. He's standing there. He's like, man, I haven't seen a patrol car like that in a long time. That's pretty old. So I'm standing there, I'm looking at him like, shut up. I didn't say it. I just gave him that look.
Well, what he pointed out to me was when you pulled up, and I guess what stood out to him when he texted me was the fact that nowadays we have pretty slick kind of HD blue light bars that mount at the top of the car.
HD.
So they're a lot smaller, they're thinner, more aerodynamic. Apparently the Queen was equipped with a cinder block style blue light bar on the top of it.
It was a light bulb, and it was like the shade that circles around it. And
like,
it was
like flashlight bulbs are going off. Yeah, that old.
And it was a blue shell, like an old cake dish shell, just just painted blue. Yeah.
So you pull up in that, and he has to compliment you on the fine shape of your automobile.
That's right. So I get out, and he's like, hey, the guy's impaired. He's already fallen in the water puddle a couple times, and it's raining. I'm mad. Pretty upset with myself for wrecking 2 cars, holding the record. And I'm like, so what do you want me to do with him?
So this guy, he's fell, and he's still sitting in the puddle because the professor can't get him to his feet.
Right. He's just all over the place. He's soaking wet, muddy. He's like, well, I guess you're going to have to put him in the back seat of your car. We don't put people in the back seat of our cars. You got to ride up front with me, Professor. So
All muddy.
All muddy.
Muddy and drunk.
And, you know, so I get the guy, put him in the car, you know, it's just like, oh my gosh, have a seat, man. Sit down. I don't have a towel or nothing because I'm in the shell of a car. It's just empty.
Was this the actual day that you wrecked the spare car?
It was.
Oh my,
Yeah.
what a dang day that was.
Man,
Woo.
dude. I think I had literally just got back from the garage, so it was nothing in it. I get the investigation done. I'm on my way to the, intox center, and he's apologizing the whole time. I'm sorry for muddying up your nice car. I'm sorry that I'm putting mud all over the floor. Finally, I was like, dude, shut up, man. Yeah. Like, you put yourself in this situation. You got me here. Just repeatedly apologizing to me all the way down to the jail. Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Well, in the end, after he's made fun of your car, you had to take a stinky drunk down.
Yeah, downtown.
How long did you drive around in that fine automobile?
Well, they wasn't in a hurry to give me another car, you know.
Smash it up.
Like, we'll just see how long he keeps this one. I was probably in it for about 6 months. It was a long time.
Whoa! I mean, whoa, whoa, whoa!
Yeah, man, that's how I met the professor, and that guy got the inside of that car muddy. I mean, it was like clumped up, just nasty. I'm pretty sure that guy's cleaned up his life. You gotta give people credit.
Very good.
Follow-up investigation.
Farmer's Almanac, go.
So I'm looking at it back in November or maybe December, and I'm like, man, I wonder, how's this winter gonna go? You know, you always hear about the Farmer's Almanac. Like, how true is this? What do these farmers know about?
I actually thought about doing this myself. Well, I'm gonna hear this.
And it said to the T, it was gonna be a rainy winter and mild temperatures. And I was like, oh, what do they know? You know, farmers, they know about the weather. Dude, they were right.
Very good. So now we're going to rank them.
All units proceed without delay. Vote on the poll question.
Actually, I want the votes to reflect like a 1, 2, 3 style fashion. I want you to try to control the votes. Who's number one? Is the weather app the best effective weather? The Farmer's Almanac?
Or
And
the
well,
weatherman.
last place, the weatherman. Do not. We're gonna put the weatherman in the poll vote. If you vote on the weatherman, I will come and find you because you're a fraud in the same fashion.
Multiple reports of fraud.
And listen, if there's a weatherman listening to this, you're a fraud.
Units, Castle and Cage, off duty.